Hello everyone. As you're pretty aware, the new season has just been released with the best kits we've ever gotten this season, and I just wanted to take some time to rank the kits because they're the best we've ever gotten, and I wish some of them would see some competitive use. So let's go ahead and get into it. Like and subscribe if you enjoy, and here we go. And first up, I know a lot of people are going to go crazy about this, but the Wellstring is just so bad. It's just so bad. Because it can't one-shot as easily as other bows. It's very hard to hit, like the AoE it provides is very easy to dodge, and the kit is like one of the worst in the game. This weapon is really bad at dealing with opponents that get up close, such as a roller or a Splatana, and it can't defend itself for the love of God. Next up, we have another depressing main weapon, but with a slightly better kit. This weapon focuses mainly on providing location for the team due to its kit of point sensor and wavebreaker, but it is still the lackluster main weapon of Wellstring, which is super bad at defending itself, and it is still better for certain comps. However, wavebreaker doesn't help it defend itself as much. For the first non-Wellstring weapon to get ranked, we have Custom Hydra. It has an okay kit, but mine doesn't really synergize with it as much as I would like it to, because you're going to have to take huge risks to set him up, and it already has a high DPS, and the only reason you would want to use this weapon is with Thermal Ink, which takes up one of your 3 mains of run speed necessary for making this weapon good. And overall, it's just a kind of okay main weapon with a decent kit. Still not really powerful though. I really wanted this next weapon to be better, but yeah. Bambrella 2 definitely goes here. Mist does freaking nothing for it. And yes, Splashdown does have some synergy with the high damage the weapon has, because you can launch your shield and go set one up in the enemy base, get a couple picks. But this is a bad main weapon with a okay kit. Yes, the vanilla kit is still worse, but if they were to give it anything but Mist, this would probably rocket it up to 4 or 5 probably. It's overall just a bad main weapon, and it is the last hope for Umbrella. This next weapon is still pretty good, but it's outclassed by the better kit, and that is Mint Decapitator with Suction Bomb and Big Bubble. Yes, Suction Bomb is okay for it, because Suction Bomb is still a solid sub, but this weapon is really, really ink hungry, and you're going to be dashing around the map with a need for defense, and Big Bowler does provide that. However, it is still a weaker special, and this main weapon is just still outclassed by its better kit. Yes, it does have potential in supportive comps, but for now, it's just a little brother to Charcoal Decav. I finally have an excuse to one-trick this weapon, but Bamboo Mark II goes here in number 5. This weapon has the best kit synergy out of any charger in the game. Fizzy's outside 35 combo does a pretty nice kill with one shot from this weapon, and Chumps is pretty good for getting it in, comboing out of some more chip damage, and this kit really thrives on zones where it can just paint the whole map using not a single bit of its main weapon and finish people off with the main weapon, making it very threatening if you use it correctly. I like to call this weapon the backline tickler, but yes, number 4 goes to Custom Dowsers. Burst Bomb is really good for just making sure backlines don't poke their faces out. The main weapon tickles people to death because of its low damage, and the long range is really good for making sure that backlines don't take anyone off of your team if they somehow position themselves. Also, as a failsafe, Tri-Strike can make sure those backlines get back, and this weapon as a whole is just really good for saying F you to backlines. Reaching the podium finally, we have Custom Range Blaster with probably the best kit it's ever gotten ever. Well, besides Splatoon 1, if you count that. This weapon does have a pretty good kit. Kraken is really good for extending kill streaks, keeping up that continuation, because this weapon heavily relies on its kills. Splat Bomb is also good for when you want to fall back and make sure people don't follow with you, and however, it is still ink hungry, and this weapon could be a little bit better if they reverted some of its nerfs from Splatoon 1. Taking home the silver medal, we have the Heavy Edit Nouveau with a much more aggressive kit. Splat Bomb helps get short range threats off of it, such as a Sploosh or a Carbon Roller, and the main weapon is pretty good at dealing with mid-range right now, because it has a high DPS, good mobility for its class, and with Crab Tank, nothing can oppose this. Crab Tank is really good against long-range threats such as Chargers, which counter it, and this kit is really good at countering things of every range. Splat Bomb is good for short range, the main gun is good for mid-range, and Crab is for long-range threats. This is probably the best kit that this weapon could have gotten, and I would love to see it in a competitive environment. And that's right, in number 1 we have the first viable jetpack option in the game with Charcoal Decapitator. This is the most busted main weapon in the game. Splash Wall is really good right now, even though it got technically nerfed in this patch because things do 10% more damage to wall for some reason, but Jetpack is a standalone for what makes this kit good. It is the first viable jetpack option in the game. I've probably said that twice, but it goes even better because it is really good for entry, getting rid of backlines, getting some quick picks, and you can dash out of your landing for a super cool kill, and this main weapon is just so fun. It is also really good with its new kit, and I would love to see this thing win a tournament, honestly. This is my completed list of which weapons I think are the best and worst for Sizzle Season 2024. If you liked my opinion and would like to see more content, be sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you all next time in a video where I will be making a description for every weapon in the game in 3 words or less. But that'll be it for today, and I will see you guys next time.